Hey, how's it going, everybody, and welcome to the next episode of our base build. Well, what we'll do is we'll start off by a quick recap. Starting off, because in case you're new to the video, we'll start off with the location. And the location of this base is 51.3 by 40.7, and it's a really good location because you can only come up from underneath, or there's a crawl space in front of us. Those are the only two entrances into this base. Unfortunately, it won't work on official, it will only work on unofficial, so just bear that in mind when coming to this video. It's not an official base location. But yep, you come in through here, crawl down, and we'll go do a quick recap of what we've built so far. So it'd be like a first turret wall, so if anyone comes through that crawl space, they're getting absolutely destroyed by this turret wall. Plus, we haven't built any defenses on this platform above yet anyway, and we haven't done the entrance just yet either. Well, we did, but we've kind of demolished it now. Because we're going to redo it. So you come through these doors, maybe have a little room in here. I could redesign it, to be honest, because I've seen a design from somebody else who is a subscriber called Wesley. He's built like a good little sniping sort of area here, so if anyone's at the front, you can kind of snipe. And he's put like a gun room in here with some vaults and weapons and so on. And then there's a second turret wall that you'd come to, so even if you got through the first turret wall, there's another one. And you come through these double doors, and there'll be another one which I haven't completed yet, and then behind that there will be a fourth turret wall. Down the bottom here, there is kind of like a snazzy little room you can kind of build up there. I'm probably going to put forges in here. I'll tell you why in a second when we get around this corner. We do a little bit of breeding in here, some smaller dinos perhaps, because it's difficult to get big ones in here. I think you can just about like chuck a Rex out in here, but it's very, very like particular where you place it. And this here would be the main base kind of area. As I say, it's just a design idea. There'll be turrets all over this. There'll probably be a turret tower in that corner there, and some more on there, on this wall just up ahead. Come through this double door. This would be your base location. You'd have a replicator on one side, perhaps, maybe on the other as well. It's just a rough idea, rough guess as to how you might do it. The reason we put metal ceiling in here is so that people can't K-mode down, because if you come out here, you can kind of K-mode to the top so you can see outside, so people outside can see inside basically. If you put ceiling above, they can't do that at all, so they can't see your base or anything inside. So if we come back out here, what we're going to do today is build a little bit underneath base rather than inside today. Just jump over these turret walls a second. Okay, come down here. So I don't want to just carry on building more turret walls, because you kind of get the gist of it. So what we're going to do is, I've already started, we're going to build kind of down here on this platform below. This is taken from an idea, again, the same guy, Wesley, who basically built a base up here. I did try to adapt it at first, so that I could kind of use it, so you could use this as the entrance, so you fly in, and then you'd come out and go straight up into the entrance, and I was going to try and build up. It's quite difficult to do, so I'm going to just keep it as simple as possible. And just have it as a turret tower, I think. A massive turret tower, of course, but it's going to be a turret tower. And like I said, I've already started it. I'll just have a quick fly around so you can kind of see it properly. It's kind of tucked in nicely. There's a lot more on this side than there is on the other. I could potentially come out one more side on this side here. But then it goes too far over the entrance, and it's either I carry on trying to go across because I want it to go out and cover the entire entrance, or I want it to be just before the entrance, which I think just before is probably a little bit better, because it's kind of a pain in the ass to build the foundations out as we need, and it is all built with S+. So like I say, it is unofficial, so it's just giving people on unofficial ideas how they could do this. I'll probably build a little turret like wall in here, sort of facing the entrance, so there's more defense essentially. But this is basically a massive turret tower, or it will be. The idea behind it would be, some ways maybe like pretend it's your base, but I should imagine by now people would know of this location. But you could kind of like waste people's time raiding this thing and make it a lot more difficult to get in to the main part of the base. So let's just grab a few things and we'll begin. Start with some walls, I reckon. Not quite sure how we're doing the entrance yet, so again, that's still a work in progress. I have seen an idea already, so fingers crossed I can do it pretty much the same. That would be kind of cool. So let's just put these walls like so. And what we're going to do is just plaster it in large hatch frames and just put turrets all around it. And once again, thirst is an issue in this area. There we go. Probably should just use the transfer tool here. But for now, we shall continue with this. I'm not sure if we... Yeah, we can just about use 21 walls. That'd be fine. I mean, you might want to use this as a breeding area. That's that's exactly what Wesley did, the subscriber that I mentioned earlier and credited for this. He used it as kind of like, I think he used it as a breeding area if I remember rightly. What the hell's happened here? Better. So yeah, you could do that. In all fairness, that's not a bad shout. It would be well protected anyway. And if you have a transmitter in here and you have a transmitter up the top as well, then you can just move all your stuff out if you're getting raided. It's probably the best shout, to be fair. Okay, there's slightly more on one side than on the other, but it doesn't really matter, to be honest. I mean, I know normally I'd like to build it a little bit more OCD than that, but absolutely fine. So if we place this in, I would put a behemoth gate here, but it would take up way too much of the room and you wouldn't be able to have as many defenses on the front. I will be building it all the way up as well, so there'll be no way to get out from the top. Just wondering if you can use like the force field, so I'm wondering if I could use one of them instead. Let's have a little look for it, shall we? Just trying to find the spawn code for the force field. I think this is it. Let's find out. No, that's a shield generator. Hold on. Forcefield Wall. There we go. That's the one we want. The Forcefield Wall. Let's get that in as quick as possible. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, so this is just one single wall. So we're probably going to want to do like a large one, but what we'll do is I'll just take this off for a minute. Pick up that tech gateway. Too bothered if that goes. Let's just put you here. Right, this is probably the best thing to do. Because then you don't have to have a full behemoth. So what we'll do is we'll open this door up one more wide. And we'll have the force field. That would be much better. If it's in your server, I recommend you use this. If not, then you're probably better off just using the gate as I just used there. What you can do is you can just stack all this here like so. Just the last one up there. Yeah, that's perfect actually, because what will happen is not all of it will open unless it needs to. Yeah, that's it. And you can change all the settings anyway to tribe only. So yeah, that's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. That's exactly how I'd use this now. Can we stack on top of it though? I haven't checked. Oh, we can. Oh, that's beautiful. That's good. I mean, you could even go one up. You could even go one more up. Yeah, I reckon that'd be better as well, going up a little bit extra, but I think that's wide enough to get most big dinos through. But I will go one more up with it, I think. just spawn in some normal L walls. What we'll do here is we'll just get 10 of them in. Not 10 of them, sorry, wrong one. 10 of the Forcefield Walls we may as well. Put them top like so. Do we even go one more with it? What's their health on there? 10,000. So it's exactly the same as a regular wall, so yeah, it's not too bad. I think that's big enough to get most big dinos through personally. I don't think we'll need to go any bigger than that. Put that inside. Take these normal walls for the moment. We'll just stretch this around. One high here. I mean, you can use the regular walls all the way around if you really want to. That's not a problem. I'm just using some of the larger walls at the moment just to kind of build it up a bit quicker. But we're going to have to get some more of those in. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. That's plenty enough to get dinos through that. Absolutely massive, and really good with that. Really happy with that. Right, okay, so this can go. The doorway can go. Let's carry on building up with walls. This is the best thing now. We just go up now with the extra tall walls. Not button. Not sure if we better go all the way through without it sticking through the mesh and kind of coming up the other end of the base, but we'll give it a look. I think it might be right. Ah, it's coming through the middle of that wall. So far. So if I put this, I'm going to have to go use the smaller wall here at the back, because it will stick through. But right here, it will be absolutely fine. Hold on. Right, so shall see if I do it with the single walls all the way around the back there, then it means it won't stick through. Same with here, because look how thick that mesh is. That terrain is, sorry, absolutely spot on. Same with like up here. Probably just use the small ones from this point onward mostly, except for these couple of big areas here and maybe the front. Apologise for random stoppages in chat. Oh no, we'll have to spawn some more in. We'll use the big ones here for the moment, just to fill up the front. Back. Or right, sorry, not about the back. What am I on about? Around the corner here. Here we go. Okay, I'm kind of happy with that. Excellent, right. So it's just a case now of finishing off the small ones. We're going to go all the way to the top. There's no point in putting a ceiling in. You may as well just go with this as it is. Happy days. Okay, so let's just spawn in a few more walls here and finish off at the top. I think we're going to need a lot more than 20. Yes. So what we'll do is we'll just change this to, like, I don't know, 30 or something. Hopefully should finish this off. Now I'm hoping it doesn't sneak through. We'll check inside the base anywhere. Sorry, we'll check inside the base in a second and just make sure that there are no walls sticking up and through, because if there are, we can kind of try and edit it a little bit. But I'm kind of happy with that. I think that's absolutely bang on. That's perfect. It's very intimidating, and I would even go as far as to take over the rest of this with some turret towers maybe, just to kind of make it as extremely difficult as possible. I'd even have one in here, which I will get around to building at some point. Yeah, a couple of chandeliers, either side, just really make it as hard as possible, because it will get to a point where the person who's raiding you will only be raiding this out a bit. Do you know what I mean? And all your base up above is absolutely beautifully tucked away up here, and no one's going to ever get in. And I would even build a box out the top there, and maybe even like an outside base to make it look like your base is kind of outside. But yeah, that's bang on. I really like that. I think I'm going to test the size of the behemoth gates now. We can slope any of them. Ooh, see a little gap there. Not that it's a major issue. Just have a little play with the behemoth gates a second, so I apologise for this trial and error bit coming up here. Because like I say, I haven't actually done the I haven't actually come up with a design idea yet as such for that area. I kind of have, based on somebody else's again. But I just want to see if I can do it a little differently, so I'm not copying absolutely everything. It's the, I know he kind of got some ideas from me, and I've got some from him. I mean, if I can do this, have that down one level, then how would I... Is it possible to have any sloped ones there, I wonder? I wonder if I could slope it from there down, then put the other one like that. Okay, so this middle one here would go. No, it wouldn't, sorry. That middle one there would go. And that one would go back. Of course, you wouldn't be able to add one over to here, so we would have to kind of figure out how we'd do that. In fact, we could do one there, look. Kind of takes up most of the space. Actually, that's not a bad shout. That's pretty good. It's a bit of a downside that it sticks through that wall. I like to keep it nice and snug. So maybe... Yeah, that's good. That's very good, actually. I like that. Because it doesn't stick out. Like, you know what I mean? It sits perfectly there. Yeah, that's quite good, that is. I like that a lot. Let me just spawn in a sloped one a second. Try and find one a sec. I don't know the actual code off by hand here, so just give me a moment. This would be is it an extra large slope one? I think it might be. Extra large hatch frame sloped. I think it's this one. I think. Well, let's find out. It is, but it's not the right size. Okay, no, that's good. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. We know that it slopes down, so this could look actually really good. So tech, large, extra large, tech, extra large, plus that's the one. This is the one, I think. Oh, what the hell? Yes. Oh, it's almost perfect. It's almost perfect, but it's not quite. To be honest, it kind of doesn't bother me per se. Maybe if I can kind of fit it in a bit more snug. Let's have a little test. Get rid of the gun. That will conflict. Oh, hang on. I could probably get another one. What we'll do is just to kind of fill up the whole gap, if we're feeling a very, very, very sort of like there. So if we're feeling very anal about it, we can kind of keep it all nice and snug in here. I like this a lot so far. This is working out pretty well. Covers most of it, but not quite all of it. Okay, no, that's fine. What we'll do is I actually prefer how I've done this here. I'm really liking this. This was unexpected, and I'm kind of glad that it's coming together quite nicely here. It's a little bit different to how I've seen as well, or how I've seen somebody else do this design. Let's just get these up here. So we're probably going to have to come up with some kind of design idea where we blank this bit out here. So we can either try and do another slope one, which I will not. If the slope one works from this one here, we might not need the straight ones at all, actually. Oh, hang on. It kind of works at the same time. Okay. I'm kind of liking it. I don't know what anybody else would think on this. Please give me any comments about the design of this. I'm kind of liking it. A little bit different, a little bit weird, but I do like it. I'm very into this at the moment. Trying to do it so now that I can kind of go across this way. Don't think we're going to get it. It's how we want it here. It's not quite working out here at the moment. I don't think we're not going to get it. I don't think. Get it, unfortunately. I just need to like finish this little gap off here somehow. So we need some kind of foundation support somewhere. Just wondering if I can put a foundation underneath, or maybe just block it off, perhaps. Actually, you know what? I'm going to build this into like a little mini sort of turret area anyway, sort of pointing towards the entrance. So I'll fix that with some turrets and a little wall, just a tiny little wall in there. That yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah, that's really good. Not 100% sure. I'm going to just test something. Oh, okay. On up above doing. Sorry, guys. It is, like I say, it is a bit of a progress here. See, it's on this one. So I think I'm going to have to leave it exactly like this. So there's no other way of doing it without kind of disrupting. Could maybe double up the slope here. Let's have a look. So it would be like 2 extra. I don't want to be doing it like that. I want it to go the other way. I want it to come off the end here, like that, actually. Yeah, kind of like that. Show it to me again, show it to me again. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Just pick this bloody thing up here. Okay, pick it up. 5. Like that, maybe? Yes, like that. That looks good from underneath. It doesn't look particularly great as such, but like we have to consider the fact that they are. No, I like this a lot. I like this a lot. Yeah, this is good. This is really good. I'm happy with that. what I like about it is the fact that it all sits quite snug. We've doubled up on them a little bit as well, which means they've got like, look at that, 30k health on each one. Okay, I guess the only downside would be that they are tech and they can be done with tech rifles, but I don't know. Can they be destroyed by tech rifles? I'm not 100% sure, but they can be destroyed. Well, they're not going to get destroyed that easy, really, with all the turrets that we're about to put around this building. So I'm kind of happy with that. I like that a lot. I don't know what people think in the comments, but you guys let me know. Kind of come up with a nice little design idea how I think, and I'm quite happy with that. Be easy to fly your dinos up and inside, so plenty of room wherever you go. You might, yeah, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Really happy with that. Okay. So what we do now is we move on to the next sort of design idea, which will be probably not 100 of them because there'd be too many. We start putting these turrets all the way around. So we'll start on this level here, I think. Like so, we just go all the way around here. I'm hoping this goes all the way around properly without, you know, and hopefully it's got foundation support all the way around. Well, it's looking good so far. Yes, 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 it's working so far. Oh my god, this is going to be absolutely perfect. So I'll put that one like that, and then this one out here like so. And the beauty of it is I can put some down here as well. I don't think we're going to go all the way. Might just be able to go, don't know. I don't know, this seems to be working. Oh, it is. Oh hell, this is incredible. This is actually working out better than I thought it was going to. So no, this is looking good so far. Just keep wrapping these around here. We're not going to be able to do all of it anyway, so I don't know, we might be able to get another layer in. I think we have. I think we've succeeded at getting a layer in here. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. I mean, yes, we've meshed it in slightly, but they're all destructible, aren't they? You can C4 that, you can rocket it. Not that you're going to get the chance to rocket it with all the turrets that will be on this tower, but there's no complaint of any meshing from anybody if your server has strict rules on it. I'm going to do it like every one foundation up or every one sort of ceiling up. You can kind of space it every 2, every 3 if you want. I mean, when you're doing this, you want to make sure you've kind of built this pre-built and then build it up almost instantly. Or you could build like a miniature version of it and expand it outwards, because you'd want to have something on this bottom bit to kind of make it very difficult for people to get up and underneath. You literally don't want anybody to kind of just go, you know what, I can put like a golem underneath it or something like that. Do you know what I mean? You want them to waste as much of their time raiding this building so they don't get anywhere near your main building, essentially. That would be the idea behind it, for me anyway. So we'll go up again now on this next level, like so. And we'll just keep building this around. To go get some more. But yeah, this is looking very, very good. When you're building this, you're probably going to have to use like a Quetz with a platform on to begin with, unless you have the tech suit. Because at first you're probably not going to have these tech force fields. You'll probably be using a metal gate or something, and then eventually you could pull that down and replace it with this, or you can replace it with the tech gate if you don't get the force field on your server, but we do on our server, so it's kind of cool. I think we're going to need a lot more of these things. But yes, this is looking very good. I'm kind of very pleased with how this is like come out. Very pleased, actually. Not very pleased with how I've placed that one, though. But yes, this is looking good. I think this will be very difficult to raid. Even just this building alone would be very difficult to raid. I mean, what I'm doing is kind of just getting like an idea in people's heads of how they can build here. Now that I've given you guys the location of this place, I'm kind of giving you the ideas build location in this place as well and how it could look. Not a build location, sorry, a build, just building a little base for you to show you how it could look, giving you ideas. I'm basically just saying what I would kind of do in this area. Obviously, some of it, like I say, is trial and error. Like with the entrance up into the main building, that is all trial and error. I've done it a lot differently than that in the past, and it's not looked as nice. So I've actually got that looking very snug at the moment. So I'm very happy with how that's turned out, and I'm very happy how this is turning out at the moment with the turrets even sticking through this wall here. It's going to be an absolute nightmare from whatever angle you were at to raid this. I mean, it would take quite a long time just to raid this building, and that's before they've got anywhere. So I think this build location is one of the best on Ark, just Ark full stop, let alone on Extinction. But bearing in mind, once more, I will repeat again that this is unofficial only. My favourite official location, which is one of the favourite unofficial locations, is actually not the best place at first. Like when you first see it, it won't be the best place that you'll ever see in terms of like for PvP. But I like it because I've built like there before with my tribe, and we've built this really unbelievable base on it. So I'm just kind of happy about, I kind of like it a lot, but I'll show you that in a different video. That's not for today. But this is my favorite unofficial location, and I don't really like official generally anyway. It's not really my thing. It frustrates the crap out of me, to be honest, if I am completely honest. And I know a lot of other people don't like official either, so. But we all have our preferences. That's all we can say. This is going to be a little bit awkward, so I'm going to have to build like this, like that, and then build the one there, like so, yeah. Same on this side, so it would have to be like there, and then there. Out. So what I'll do is I'll build this up now, and then I'll come back when I've finished it. Okay, and we're back, and this is it completed. So we'll go all the way around. Just absolutely full on, hatch framed all the way around. I know we haven't got the turrets on it yet, so it's not 100% completed, but the idea is there for you guys. Anyone coming near this thing is going to get ripped to shreds. It goes right up into this wall here, so there's plenty of cover, plenty of protection. But if you wanted to fly like a pteranodon up here, I've kind of left like a little gap there. And I've done all this top bit now, so it's all done nice and neatly. You can get a pteranodon through that entrance there. And I've also, there's a little side thing, I've done this little bit here. In fact, these top ones up here are probably a little too, I don't know, let's have a look. Let me just have a look. I come over here, yeah, you can have some turrets on the top bit. It's not an absolute issue. But yeah, I've done that as a little side thing. There's no chance anyone's getting anywhere near this thing. No chance at all. You get a good few thousand turrets in few thousand bullets in each turret. There's no way. And I've left a little bit of a gap here as well, which is also why I put the extra protection over this side. I don't think these ones are going to work, so I might as well just get rid of these two here. But, the one above ground would definitely work. And I've kind of blocked off that area as well. But yeah, that's it. This is it. This is complete. Again, and I've got myself stuck here. The idea would be to leave a gap here as well, so you can just fly in, straight up, straight in. You're home. You're in, you're home, you're done. Obviously I'm ghosting there, so it's a bit different, but yeah. There's a little bit of a gap there. We haven't gone all the way like across here with these. I mean, we could probably on that one there maybe, but it's not really needed anyway, because the amount of turrets you're going to have on this thing eventually will be ridiculous. Every time you remove something, it always removes. Every time you remove something, it kind of removes things. Oh, I've just realised something. This bit here isn't quite completed. But it is now, so beautiful. Everything's done. Just to put the turrets on it now. So that would be what I would recommend you do on the outside. I would even take over more of this and put more turrets around, but that's entirely up to you, and it also depends on patience, I guess, as well. So every time you do this now, let's see, it removes, like, every time you remove something, it just removes. It's really weird. It's really strange. It kind of removes something in here for some reason, so it's like remove that back bit as well, which is really weird. Even if you didn't have this snug entrance in here and you wanted to remove, say, these and just have it completely open, you probably could, to be honest. With the amount of turrets that are in here, you've got the turret wall inside, you've got the big turret tower outside. I think our next build will close this off here. Let me stop ghosting around because it's kind of annoying. We'll probably block off all of this up here. And yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll block all this off in here. We'll build some defenses in here. It depends entirely on how you want to do it. But I'm going to build a big box on the outside of this, just like what we've done underneath. Make it extremely difficult for anyone and everyone to get in. Some turrets there as well. Maybe do something around the edges here. Just make it look like your base is here. Have a big turret tower in the middle here. And yeah, we don't want to go too far because you want the OGS, if you've got an OGS in your server, to cover the whole thing. If you don't have an OGS, then, it doesn't really matter. In fact, it doesn't really matter anyway because it's going to take a shitload of attempts to raid this. So, yeah. But that's about it for this video, I think. I'm quite happy with how we progressed there. I'll try not to remove anything in future because it seems to remove the... it removes like the center bits from these. I've noticed that before. For some reason it does that in this location. I don't know why. You just have to be careful. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Put some turrets on the top there. So even if you broke through the land entrance and you drained all these turrets here and you jumped down onto this bit here, there's going to be a few turrets sneaking in behind there that are just going to, like, shoot you from the back. So you'll still be surprised. Basically, once people see what's underneath, the next best entrance to get through will be that crawl space, and that crawl space will be incredibly hard to get through. So, but yeah, that's about it for this video, and I'm waving to you the wrong way round. Let's try that again, shall we? So, goodbye. Sorry, goodbye everyone, and yeah, till next time. And if you like what you see, hit that sub button, and I will continue to try and make these vids for you. I'm going to keep going with it anyway. If you've got any design ideas in the... if you have any design ideas, sorry, then just mention it in the comments below. And yeah, that's about it. So for the 5 millionth time, I'm going to wave one last time. See you later, everyone.